Alright, it's now March 3rd. It's a Wednesday evening. I just got back from work. It's about that time where we fly out to California for the Nationals tournament for the Tri-League. I've been looking forward to this since even before the season began. This was our goal, getting to this stage, getting to this point. Now that we're at the national stage, we want to go all the way. We want to win the whole tournament. I think we've been playing pretty well. I have confidence in my teammates and in our coaching staff. I think this has been probably one of the best teams that I've had the privilege and the blessing to play for. I feel like I'm too young to say that, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm wrong about it. I feel like it's only gonna get better from here. I'm excited for this tournament. I'm excited to compete our hardest in the hot summer sun. And it's gonna be nice weather out there. California's projected to be 70s, 80 degrees right now. It's a good escape from the Chicago weather. Average has been like in the teens, like 10s, 20s, 20 degrees. Today it's been nice. Today it's closer to 50, 60, but tomorrow it's gonna go back down to 30. So welcome to Chicago. It fluctuates up and down all the time anyways. So it's a good little escape to go to California to compete for a national title. Okay, so right off the bat, I don't remember who we're playing in our pool. I believe we're getting separated down to round robin play again, just like sectionals. Except there's more pools because there's more teams out there. First round we're playing on Friday morning at 7:30 a.m. Tournaments, 8 a.m. matches are I guess common, but 7:30, that's tough. But yeah, we're playing the Eastern section, and what's funny, my friend Tyler, who we've played against each other before, he's been mentioned in my vlog before. Him and his team won that section for Eastern, and funny enough, we're actually playing against each other in the first round. So Tyler, if you're watching this, shout out to you. I'm excited to play you again, and I'm still getting the goosebumps and the adrenaline from the first time we played. But unfortunately, I'm a little sad that we have to play against each other in the first round. Given that it's still round robin, we're still able to advance even if we win or lose. It's still somewhat tough to play against a friend in the first round. But yeah, I'm excited to play against him again. I feel like him and his team are on a pretty good note as well. So it'd be interesting to see the matchup between my team and his team. Tomorrow, the usual flight status. I'll fly out at 5 in the morning, always about that red-eye flights. I'll be getting picked up from my Uber around 2:30, wake up around 1:30, and then head over. So I did something different this time around. Before getting on the flight, I actually strung all my rackets at home yesterday. My doubles partner suggested that I string it all beforehand. And while I do see the advantages of doing that, my only concern, or the only reason why I hesitate on doing that is because when you're flying with your rackets checked in, because the checked-in bags are in like a secluded area, with the other luggage, I think the temperature there is typically colder. So, and by the time you get your rackets back at your destination, the bags, all your luggages are either super cold, wet, and because of that, it affects the tension of the strings, which I'm very particular about. I usually wait until I fly in and then string my rackets, but unfortunately this time around, I will not have enough free time to dedicate 3-4 hours of stringing. From touchdown to California, I'm pretty much going to be running all day. I go straight from the airport to the hotel, and then I actually have to work half a day from 10 to 3 p.m. because of the time difference. In case you don't know, I'm an accountant, and we're entering our busy season, our fiscal year end for March. So, I can't afford to take any more time off as I am right now for this month. So, working half day, and then there's like a reception going on for the players party afterwards. So, I literally have no time to string rackets that day. And then obviously Friday you play 7:30 in the morning. So That's tough. I hate waking up early. I mean, I love tennis, but I prefer to just sleep in a little bit, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna start packing now. I did all my laundry and stringing my rackets yesterday, so as you can see right there. I'm gonna start packing and then get ready for bed. I'm waking up at 1:30. Right now it's 5:40. So I'm gonna do as much as I can and then go to sleep as early as I can. So I'll check in with you guys later. Peace.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god, look at the mountains.
Say hi, guys.
What? This is awesome.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Crazy. All right, just arrived at the hotel. First thing I did was drop up some stuff here in this room and then grabbed some brunch. Got McDonald's. Yeah, probably not the best thing to eat right now, but I mean, around the hotel there's not really too many options. There's Starbucks, there's McDonald's, Taco Bell. You know, I just got a breakfast McGriddle. But at least I have some orange juice. So yeah, right now it is around 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. I will be working from 11 to 3. So, and then from there, head over to the venue to check in and then catch up with the team. I think we're taking pictures, maybe practicing. I know some of the guys are practicing at 1 p.m. local time, so I'm not sure what we're doing. I'm gonna text the captain later, but so yeah, just gonna get settled in, just get some work done, unpack, and then start mentally preparing. All right, everyone, finishing up work right now. I got changed. So today's schedule, work until 3 p.m. and then head over to the venue. Try to get to the venue by 3:30 or 4ish. We have to individually check in. You know, the captain can't check us all in as a team, so we have to do it individually. And then some of the guys and I will be having like a practice court. We're gonna get some practice in, get used to, you know, the outdoor weather. Clearly it's very different from, you know, the Chicagoland area where it's indoor season right now with the snow and it's super cold. So indoor tennis versus, you know, outdoor tennis like this tournament is, you know, trajectory of the ball is going to be super different. It's going to be much slower, and I think weather is something that we need to get used to too. I think we got too used to the cold, so it's time to get readjusted to the heat. Hopefully our body will hold up. Today's practice, today's fit, I'm wearing all black. You know, I figured I wouldn't go for a full black outfit during like an actual match, so I think it's just good enough for practice. So yeah, should be good. Special shout out to our captains and Brian. They've done a great job of organizing this team and getting us cool swag. Look at this jacket, this hoodie, pockets. It's my favorite part though. Yeah, the patch is probably my favorite part. So yeah, so far I'm adjusting to the weather I'm adjusting to this hotel pretty well so far. It's a really nice hotel, better than the previous ones that I went to this year so far. There's a actual, it's not a mini fridge, but it's definitely a bigger fridge, and there's a microwave, and then the TV placement is really nice. To all my tennis players out there traveling, playing these tournaments, or just traveling in general, comment down below how you guys pack your stuff, like what you bring in your tennis bag and your check-in bag, and then your tech bag that you carry on. I've been really thinking about changing it up, lately. Usually I just bring like a huge backpack and stuff it all in there, and then just go with that. But lately I've been bringing my work laptop with me, so there's one extra bag that I need to carry. So I'm just trying to make some changes to my carry stuff. So if you have any suggestions or what you guys do, please comment down below. I'm very curious on what everyone else does. Headed to the courts now. Honestly, I feel like I lock myself out of my hotel room at least once every trip, every tournament. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, so I've been back at the hotel for a couple hours now. Pretty much to recap, I worked until 3 p.m. and then went down to the courts, to the resort. Got there around like 3:45ish, closer to 4. And yeah, me and a few guys, we got a good small warm-up, small practice in 2 different blocks. Some of the guys played at 1 p.m. and again at 4 p.m. with us, and then I was able to hit in a 4 p.m. block, and then also again at a 5:45 block. The reason is because some of our players they came in at different times, so we want to make sure everyone's in good shape, good form. That's why we had separate blocks, so that everyone can tune in at different times, adjust to different temperatures of the day. So yeah, I thought we're all playing pretty well, hitting pretty well. Our women's team are here too, so got to cheer them on a little bit. There were some extracurricular activities going on with PlaySite. I think they are a major sponsor of this tournament, so they had like a court specifically for like the speed gun of like how fast you could hit the serve. So it was pretty fun. It was actually pretty fun to hit with that. I thought I wouldn't be interested in those kind of activities, but some of the girls wanted to do it, and I was like, why not? And it was actually a lot of fun. So I got to practice some serves in, and then got some free swag, free gear. So it looks pretty nice. We got a little free tote bag. We got like a identification credentials, like what you see on the tour. So I always like going to tournaments that give the players above and beyond service like that. So the credentials makes you kind of feel legit, but also it's a reminder of like the accomplishments that you've gotten to this point this far. So it's nice to be reminded of where you're at, but now it's day 1 tomorrow is when it starts. Our first match is at 7:30 tomorrow morning. I'm gonna wake up around 5:45, get picked up on my Lyft by 6:30, and hopefully get there by 7. So yeah, on the credentials, there's 2 punch tickets, punchable stamps. Those signify the lunches that you get per day. The tournament is supplying all the players lunch every day, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. We got a tote bag, we got towel, we got a long sleeve shirt, and then a discount code for Tennis Warehouse. I'm honestly probably not going to use it, but you know, I'm just gonna hold on to it just in case. You never know what I might need last minute. Yeah, so tomorrow's agenda, 7:30 in the morning, we'll play our first match, and then we have I think we're scheduled to have like a team picture provided by the USTA, so should be good, should be fun. And then we have our second match at 2 p.m. I believe. So I don't know who we're playing. I think we're playing northern section of USTA, but first round we're definitely playing Eastern. So I'm really looking forward to that match. You know, playing against Tyler. He's a good friend, so I'm expecting a tough battle out there.
How do you feel right now?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Let's rock and roll.
Hello, Brian. How you doing?
Good boy.
All right, good morning, guys. It's now day 2 of the tournament. The morning of. I was just too tired on day 1, so I just went straight to sleep after we got back. But yesterday, day 1 started early. Woke up around 5:45 and went head out to the site around 6:30. Our matches were scheduled to be at 7:30, but I guess it was kind of raining overnight, or there's like some misty dew that caused there was a lot of puddles on the court from that. So, you know, there was like a good hour and a half delay, you know, drying the courts out. I think starting at like around 9 o'clock, that's when they started sending out matches on the court. So delay didn't really bother us too much. I thought we had like a good team warm-up in. Gilly and I got to warm up with our 4-5 guys, playing a little 10-point tiebreaker, which I think helped a lot with our match. And then first round we played against Eastern. My friend Tyler's on that team, and I thought we were going to play him. But once we got on the court, he was actually sitting out for the match, which is unfortunate. But, you know, we got to play his teammates, and fortunately we won that match 6-4 and 6-2. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record using my camera because one of the opponents didn't want me recording. But fortunately, Swing Vision, who's also the sponsor of this tournament, they were just recording matches anyways. So, you know, I'll be able to get footage from that and show details on it. And then as a team, we won 3-0. So first round's in the bag, good start. And then our second match would have been at 2:15 p.m. at a second site. So yeah, I forgot to mention there are 2 sites for this tournament. One is at the Omni Country Club and then the Monterey Country Club. They're both like within a 10-minute drive. I think the tournament offers a shuttle service for that, but fortunately my teammates drove me, so I had no issues getting to the second site. After the first match, the tournament gave us free lunch, and then we were scheduled to take a team photo. So that was nice, just hanging out, waiting a couple hours. We also got to cheer on the women's team, who's also here with us. They're also undefeated right now. The second match, I think we played against Northern section, so I don't know if it was because they lost their first match, but they changed their lineup. The guys that we were playing against, they were playing together for the first time. We won that match 6-0, 6-2.
Go Midwest!
And as a team, we won 2-1. So yeah, on second day, we're playing against Missouri Valley at 10 a.m. And then at 2:15 p.m., we'll be playing against the Caribbean team. So yeah, it should be very exciting. I'm especially looking forward to playing the Caribbean team. I think most of the guys are Puerto Rican, so from what I've seen, they're super rowdy, super, what's the word? They like to sing and dance and like cheer each other up. So I think I'm looking forward to playing against them in that kind of environment. I feel like it'll be like another college dual match against them, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, gonna do our best today. Gonna get a good warm-up in, fix the things that I kind of struggled early on yesterday, and then hope for the best. Our captains scouted the field on the opponents that we're playing against today, and they told us to expect tough teams, which, you know, I've already expected. I mean, we're at nationals. Every one of these teams are champions of their respective sections, so, you know, I already know every match is going to be tough. Every match counts. So here's the second day. What a day. Alright, so some good news, some bad news. I'll start off by saying what a great team, what a great season that we've had. And now we're in the semifinals of the national tournament. So very excited to be here. The day started off around 10 a.m., 10:15, when our first match was against Missouri Valley. They were a very tough team to play against. Fortunately, the whole team won. We got past Missouri Valley by a score of 3-0. Gilly and I was able to win the match, 12-10, I think, in the third set super tiebreaker. We dropped the first set. We were down in the second. I think we faced a match point or two, but came back to win that. And you know, that was a good confidence booster for the second match that we had today later on. It was a busy day today. We practically played back to back with pretty much, you know, little to no rest. We had like a 30-minute rest, and we were, you know, back on grinding already. We played the Caribbean team. Most of the team were comprised of Puerto Ricans. So, you know, I got to watch them, or hear them rather, on earlier days when I hear their whole team cheering and you know, yelling for each other. So during our match against Missouri Valley, the Caribbean team was playing against another team pretty much courtside next to us. So, you know, from day one and to today's matches, we always heard them, you know, cheering and yelling for their teammates. So, you know, I knew that was going to be a tough match going into the Caribbean match. You know, fighting the crowd, fighting, you know, all sorts of distractions that players may face, especially if it's like feeling like you're the away team playing against the home team with their home crowds all cheering for them. So, you know, it got rowdy. It was like a college dual match, which I enjoy. And unfortunately, as a team, we lost by a score of 1-2. It came down to me and Gilly's court at the 4-0. We were up 5-2 in the first set, but we lost that 5-7 in the first set. And then second set, you know, we held our nerve and won that set 6-3. But unfortunately, in the third set super tiebreaker, we lost 8-10. I'm not usually too emotional after matches. I'm not usually the one to really be down after losing a match. Yes, even if it's like a close match, but double faulting on my serve on that last point after, emerging from a comeback. We were down like 9-6 or 9-5, maybe even 9-4. I can't remember, but after being down for so much and then, coming back to make it 8-9 my serve and to double fault on that was really that really shook my heart. That really killed me, to be honest with you. I felt like I really let the team down. I let Gilly down, and I've never double faulted on the match point before, so this was something that was new to me, and I never knew how devastating it was to double fault on the match point on your serve, especially like if it's a match like that. And that was also the first time I really started crying after a match. So, but it is what it is. I got over it after a minute or two. Just collect my composure again, and then I can talk to the team. Really, be myself again. And I just want to say thank you to the Eastern team and my friend Tyler, who's on that team, for watching us and cheering us on, and Barry Marks for a native of Chicago to come watch us play. We really appreciate as a team your support and your cheering. I saw you guys, I heard you guys, and you guys were the reason that motivated me. So, and then of course thank you to my teammates who never gave up on us even when we were down. So I was pretty depressed about losing that match, not gonna lie. But on the flip side, this is where things get a little bit more positive. I forgot to explain this earlier again, but this tournament is a round robin play, kind of like sectionals. You play 4 matches in your group, and then the top 4 teams of all groups combined advance to the semifinals and the finals. I think there are 2 groups, and I'm assuming there's like 8+ teams. I'm sure I'll have a chart or something right here, because I don't really pay attention to the draw, obviously, but fortunately for us, by the skin of our teeth, we made it to the 4th best ranked team on the list. So that means we're also advancing to the semifinals. So that also means we also have a chance to play against the Caribbean team again. So they're playing against Florida, who I think is the number 1 seed, and we as Midwest are playing against the Mid-Atlantic team. Or actually, I think they're the number 1 seed, but yeah, we're playing against the Mid-Atlantic team, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, so I have to wake up at 5:45 again. It's 11 right now. Man, these matches are so early, man. You need to give us a little break. So, gotta get some sleep soon. Hopefully play well against Mid-Atlantic, and then get past them and hopefully play either Caribbean or Florida, whichever works really. And then, as you guys know, I strung all 5 rackets before I flew in here. Now that I played more than 4 matches, I took time to string 2 rackets just in case if we win the semifinals, so we could play in the finals. Just preparing for as many matches as I can. But yeah, after the matches today, we had like a team dinner, kind of team dinner. Some of us went to one of our Airbnb and kind of just had Thai takeout, and then left the place around 8:30 to get back to my hotel by 9. Dedicated an hour and a half stringing, so I'm good to go. And all I need to do is just get some rest. Got an early day tomorrow, and unfortunately, again, if we win the semifinals at 8 a.m., we have to play the final at 10 a.m. So it's practically back to back, no breaks again. So that's my only complaint about this tournament. USTA, can we just push the time back a little bit? I'm not a fan of 8 a.m. matches. I know that sounds like kind of selfish, but you know, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. It's just my personal sin. But yeah, for those watching this right now, whether you were my teammate or you were there at that site, I really thank each and every single one of you guys for cheering us on. I really appreciate it. You know, hope for the best tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Alright everyone, good morning. It's now the day after the tournament. Similar to, you know, when I vlogged last, I was just tired at the end of the day, so here I am the day after. So, yeah, our tournament's over. Somehow we were able to make it to the semifinals, whether that's by the skin of our teeth or, you know, we worked hard for, you know, each individual games and sets. But unfortunately, in the semifinals, we played against Mid-Atlantic, and our team just came up short by a team score of 1-2. Our 3-5 and our 4-5 team went down, and then they retired, forfeited the 4-0 line. Just so that their players can recover, get some rest before the final. And then in the third place match, we had another rematch against the Caribbean team, who also lost to Florida. And we also lost by a very close margin of a team score of 1-2. It came down to me and Gilly's court again, and we lost in the third set tiebreaker. We were down 7-2, but we managed to came back to make it, I think it was like 7-all, 8-all, something like that, and came up just short. You know, as much as I hate to admit this, I was just mentally tired during the match against Caribbean. I wish I was a little bit more mentally fresh after the semifinal match, or I feel like my energy was kind of low. Mentally, I was just kind of tired and kind of down. And, you know, I really appreciate my partner Gilly and, you know, my whole teammates watching, just cheering me on, trying to motivate me and pump me up. And, you know, I've done all the best that I can at that stage to really, you know, yell as loud as I can, be as positive as much as I can. And, you know, I'm actually proud of myself for doing that. I feel like I would have just given up or just not, you know, really cared. But, you know, the amount of love that I have for this team and for each other, the love and trust that we have in each other, really pushed me to, you know, push harder, play harder, regain the confidence, regain the energy from the first 2 days of the tournament to try to win. But yeah, unfortunately we came up just short. But overall, we placed 4th place in the whole country. that's not a laughing matter. I think that's a huge accomplishment by every player on this team, whether they played in this tournament or not. Everyone had contributed. Everyone's a co-MVP. Without one of us, I don't think this would have been possible. So everyone in this team really is important. They all matter. And I don't know if you can tell by my voice. I lost my voice. I can't really talk as loud, or there was a lot of yelling, there was a lot of cheering, and it was probably the most fun I've had in a very long time. So I'm very glad that I was able to be part of this team. Shout out to our captains, Paul and June, for organizing and inviting all of us to this team. This is probably the most fun I've had in league tennis, or in tennis career in general. So so far it's been a blessing, huge honor. And then Gilly, thanks for being an awesome doubles partner for this season. I don't think I'm wrong when I say this, but I think you're the best doubles partner that I've ever had in my tennis career so far. So hopefully, and I'm confident that we will come back to this stage. Another reason that I'm really happy to be at this tournament is because the women's team is also here from the Midwest. We're both from the same club. Our teams are both from the same club, and to experience, getting fourth place, both men's and women's team at the same time, just cheering each other on, that was probably a huge honor and huge blessing. So what a huge blessing it was to experience this with the women's team. Honestly, like both teams from the same club and same region, to go this far, cheering each other on, encouraging one another. It was just an unbelievable experience. So, hopefully both teams can get this far again. Until then, I'm sure each individual is gonna keep playing, keep improving, keep toning up their game. So myself included. The team was, after the matches were done, we played. So the semifinal match was at 8 a.m. and the finals and the third place match started at 10 a.m. So you practically got little to no rest again. It was like 30-minute rest, and then you're back on court. And I think we finished around like closer to noon, maybe 1:30ish. And then we took team photos. We got our trophies, our flags. And then after all that was over, we went to In-N-Out. So I'm very excited to have had In-N-Out. It's been a couple of years since I had it. So, I used to trash In-N-Out for having really bad vanilla milkshakes. Like, how can you mess up a basic milkshake like that? Like, if you run an ice cream shop and you miss, like, if you make vanilla ice cream or milkshake bad, that's disgraceful. But I'm happy to report it has gotten better. I would honestly list it just above McDonald's milkshakes. And if you're picky like me, I don't think McDonald's milkshake's that good. But In-N-Out used to be below that, but now they're above that. So good job. But yeah, I did miss the burgers. I missed the fries. And then after that, we kind of went our separate ways. We went just back to our hotels, to our rooms, just relax, shower, get changed, wash up and everything. And then we had a team dinner at 6:30. I'm not going to go too much into details, but we just had a lot of fun. It was a good team dinner. I'm kind of glad we spent that final time together at this tournament. So now that, we finished our team dinner, we all went back home and just get some rest. Most of us are flying out today, myself included, and my other teammate Brian will also be in the same flight with me. So we were flying back to Chicago. Unfortunately, I was going to originally stay a little longer for the Indian Wells Masters tournament, but as an accountant, we're in our busy season right now, so I have to go straight home and get back to work. Yeah, originally I wanted to go to Indian Wells, and then from there fly out to Phoenix for another men's open tournament. But I'm kind of glad that I canceled that so I can go back to work, just because I have a bunch of blisters, a bunch of black toes, blisters on my hands. So yeah, after I get back, I'm gonna take a week or two off from tennis, just relax, catch up with friends. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I really appreciate all you guys watching. if you're watching this, if you're this far into the video and you're still watching and you enjoy this, I really appreciate you guys. For those who are not subscribed yet, please like, comment, subscribe. My goal is to get to 400 subscribers by the end of 2022. Get one step closer to the 1K. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, this channel covers mainly tennis, some technology, stuff like that. So, if you're into that kind of stuff, I do appreciate, at least a like or a comment, or maybe even a subscribe, or just all of them. If you really want to support the channel financially, I do have some Venmo, QuickPay, Cash App. Just as a tip, even like a penny or a dollar would be nice, but it's not a requirement. It's only if you want to support this channel. So yeah, that's about it really. Time to get. I just finished packing. My flight's at 1 p.m. It's right now 9 a.m. But I'm gonna head out to the airport at 10:30. So yeah, just relax, rest, get my voice back, and yeah, hopefully go from there. My next event after this will be next month in April, over at Texas. There's going to be a men's open singles and doubles tournament that I'll be playing in. I think that's sponsored by like a major bank, RBB or something like that, RCB. So I'm excited to play in that. I don't know how many players are signed up. I have to decide whether I should commit to this or not yet. So last time I checked, there's only 2 players, including me, signed up. So that's not looking promising. But I haven't checked in a while, so I'll have to check soon. This was the vlog for the national tournament for Tri-Level League tennis. Really appreciate every single one of you. A special shout out to Barry and Tyler for coming out to watch my matches. You guys cheering me on was also phenomenal. I saw you guys, I noticed you guys, and you guys were there for me at the low when I lost those matches. So special shout out to you guys, really helped me out. And good luck to Tyler, who's enlisting in the Army. This was his last tennis tournament, and he's enlisting in the Army soon. So Godspeed. Thank you for serving this country, and I'll see you soon. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys next time.